Okay, the problem we're having with monitor requests and item processes is that you see we have way too many requests here. It says 871, but when you look at the pages, there's actually only 4 showing up. So to try to get rid of these and cut that number down, what you can do is click on Tools, Excel, and that's going to open up a spreadsheet that lists well, it's not listing all 871, but it's listing quite a few of those. And when it comes up, you'll do Enable Editing. There are a lot of rows on here you really don't need, so I'm going to take a bunch of these out. Alright, so what I'm going to do is sort these alphabetically, and you'll be able to see, let me move this up. Okay. You'll see that the count right here says, whoops, says 872, which is pretty close. That says 871. And you'll notice in column A that it's duplicated a lot of these. So 501 Spanish verbs is there 3 times. You've got one called First Course in Math. That's there 7 times. Etna and the Moon is there 3 times. So you see there's a lot of duplication. We're going to remove these duplicates by clicking on this Remove Duplicates here and unselecting all, and we're going to sort on column A and on column F, which is the title and the barcode. So it said 720 duplicate values found, 152 unique values remain. So we're going to look at these and see if we can get rid of some of these from the request page. So let's take a look at the 501 Spanish verbs. I'm going to highlight this row to make it easier to look at. This one says workflow step pick up from shelf, so that actually might be one that somebody requested. Let's take a look at it and see. Well, it says place in queue 0. So it says current activity pick up from shelf. Request type restore. But I don't see a patron listed or anything here. Alright, we're going to change our currently at location to Dorothy W. Hightower, and then just go ahead and scan this in and see what happens. Let's see, it says fulfillment note, checkbook for CD-ROM. Okay, I'll confirm that. Reshelf to second floor stacks. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the monitor request page and click on the request link and go to Tools, Excel, and just pull up the spreadsheet again and see if that book is on there still. And let's see, we'll do enable editing like we did before, and we'll filter by title. And what I see is first course in mathematics, and yep, yeah, I don't see 501 Spanish verbs. So we're going to highlight that, and we'll go on to the next one, which is first course in mathematics. And alright, we're going to pull this up. It says it's at Guillebeau repository. If you look on the monitor request page, it says pickup location Guillebeau, managed by Hightower, and the workflow step is transit item in process, transit for reshelving. So we're going to change our currently at CircDesk to Guillebeau repository, CircDesk, and then we're going to click on scan in items and see if that will work. It actually says there's a patron physical item request, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't cancel that. Doesn't look like I can cancel it here. Maybe I can cancel it from the monitor request page. So let's click on our barcode again. Alright, here's a cancel link, so I'm going to cancel that and then say patron no longer interested. And let's see if that in fact took it off the page. So we're going to open up our Excel spreadsheet again. And you can see it didn't. So what we're going to try to do is I'm going to try to place a request on it and then cancel the request and see if that helps. Alright, so it says successfully submitted, and let's take a look at that request. It says none found. Okay. Alright. Okay, so I did find it by clicking on today. I'm going to go ahead and do cancel, and then patron no longer interested. And you see the note, it says successfully canceled, and you see a bunch of gobbledygook over here, which is interesting. Alright, so it says it's at Guillebeau, so I'm going to make sure I'm at the default circ disk for Gilabo. I am. So I'm going to scan that in. And it says reshelve to Gilabo. And I'm going to go back to monitor requests. Click on the request link and then click Tools, Excel. Alright, and I still see it in the list, so I'm going to just give up on that. It says Creator System, so I don't really understand that. So we'll just move on to the next one. So let's try People's History of Science. And I've got the barcode on that. And we'll go back over here. And it says it's at Gilabo, and seems like we should just be able to scan it in. And it should say reshelving to Gilabo, and you would think it would come off the monitor request page. And I don't see it. It was called a People's History. I still see a first course in math, but that's the next one we have right here. So we're just going to go back and mark this one done. And we'll go ahead and try to do ACE your midterms and finals and see if we can get rid of that one. So I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to see it's at Gilabo, and I'm at the Gilabo default circ disk. So I'm going to scan this back in. It says reshelve to Gilabo, and I'm going to go back to monitor requests, click on requests, click on Tools, Excel, and let's see if it is on the spreadsheet. It was called ACE Your Midterms, so I don't see it. I see Advice to a Young Scientist, so we're going to go ahead and mark ACE Your Midterms as completed, and then just move on to the next one. So this is basically how I'm going through the list, and I noticed since I've been doing this that it has dropped the number down a little bit. So we are making some progress.